All right, you've probably been using Keynote since third grade, but this assignment for your awesome story, you're going to be using advanced skills. So we need to start from scratch. So no templates. Remember, templates are the preset text boxes. We're just going to start from scratch. Now for our background, if you notice, with nothing selected, this is our inspector over here. We have Format, Animate, Document. Under Format, there's Background, and if ever you see this little arrow, you click on it, which means there's more stuff. So our background can be a color, it can be a gradient, which is like one color leading into another, or it could be an image. We're going to use images and color fills. So for our first one, we're going to put a black background on there. This is going to be space. All right, one of the more challenging yet fun aspects of this assignment is drawing things by combining the shapes. Now I know that there are shapes of all sorts of stuff already, but combining these basic shapes is really part of the fun, and that's one of the requirements. All right, so we're going to draw a UFO. So we're going to start with a triangle, and we'll kind of flatten that out a little bit. And then we'll put a circle on top. Now, if you want to change the size of a shape and yet keep it exactly the same proportions, when you click on this corner, hold down Shift too, right? And then that really does great. All right, so I'm just going to stick it right there. And although I've never seen a UFO, I'm guessing there's not a lot of blue ones. So we're on Style here, and here's our fill. If that arrow isn't selected, do that. And I'm going to go with silver, and I'm going to do silver for the triangle too. All right, our little aliens need a porthole so they can see out. So I'm just going to use the circle. Maybe a little smaller than that. Okay, and I'm going to make the circle black. And then I'm going to copy and paste it twice so that I can have my portholes. All right. Now this is not like it looks fantastic, but like they're all individual things. So if I animated it, each porthole comes in, the triangle comes in. So what we need to do is group it. So highlight all your stuff, come up here to Arrange, and then choose Group. And while that's grouped, I'm actually going to flatten this a little bit. There we go. Now if you wanted to change the orientation of something, say like this is very flat, but I wanted it sort of at an angle. If I hold down Command and then hover over one of these corners, notice how my arrows are curved. So now I can drag it a little bit. All right, so I'm going to stick it up here. I'm going to actually make it a bit smaller. Okay, let's add some text. Oh, black. Can't see that. So we'll come over here. So now we're on text. I'm going to change that to yellow. And let's change the font while we're at it. We're going to go up here to Chalk Duster. So our text will be, "They came from outer space." Old movies sort of have these weird titles like that. And we're going to change the font size to be, around 44. There, I like that. Okay. We're going to animate all this later. So we've got our content, we're good. Let's add a new slide. And blank is the way we want to go. This time we're going to put a picture as the background. And so hopefully you downloaded the picture of the moon and the picture of the alien from Canvas, because we're going to use those. So image fill, and I'm going to choose, so on my desktop there's the moon, and I'm going to fill that in. Now it chooses tile, and this is a big image, so it didn't actually tile it, but if you see your picture a couple of times, then that's what's going on. So if we scale to fill, right, that'll fill the whole thing. If you scale to fit, you will end up with some black bars because this is the whole image. It's wider than this thing. So I'm going to scale to fill. That looks good. All right, great thing about putting a background in like this is that you cannot select it. So anything I put on here, I don't have to worry about clicking on this picture. Speaking of, let's insert and then go down to choose our alien. So here is our alien. Now, no white backgrounds like this. That is not acceptable today. So with this selected, come up here to Format and then Image, and we're going to go to Instant Alpha. Now, Instant Alpha will take away any color that I select. So in this case, I want the white to go away. Now, if see how the picture like is cropped right up there so white doesn't go above it. If the white were a little bit bigger, this would be easier, but we can just do it a bunch of different times, no problem. So if you click, it'll get rid of that, the part that's blue. If you drag, it starts to get stronger. Oh, so see how I got rid of that top part also? And if I drag a little bit, oh, too much. Now I got rid of the alien. All right, so I'm going to just do that. Okay, then I'll click and drag on this one. That's just going to be that. Now, between the legs there, I'll click. Between the arms, I'll click. Above the head, over here. All right, so once you've got all the white, oh, the gun is gray. Well, I should not have done it that much. Oh well. So I say done. And there's my alien. Hopefully your gun looks better than mine. That's a mistake. All right, I'm going to put this guy over here. All right, let's add some animations now. So the first thing we want is a transition. So on slide 1, click on Animate, and with nothing selected, we have our transitions. So go ahead and pick one. The key, though, is that instead of on click, we're going to start it automatically. And then I'll go to slide 2, I'll pick one, and I'll make it automatic. And I'm not going to worry about delays, okay? All right. Now we'll animate our objects. First thing we want is our UFO. Now a build-in will make it come onto the slide, but we want to do two things at the same time, so we're going to use some actions. First thing is move the UFO off the slide. Anything not on the slide won't show up. So we're going to be coming onto the slide like this, and we're going to choose Move. And by default, it always just goes over to the right a little bit, which we don't want. So drag that part down to the corner. I'll make this, there we go. So now our UFO is going to go like that. Now it's going to take only 1 second, which is kind of fast, so we're going to make it go to 3.5 seconds. We're going to also add another action, which is Scale. So in this case, we're going to make it get bigger. Let's make it get like 300% bigger. And then the duration, we want it to take as long as our moving, so let's go to 3.5 for that. So now it will move and get bigger at the same time. And if we click Build Order down here, right, here's where we change things, so instead of on click. So the first one, we want it to move right after the transition. This one, the scale, we want it to actually happen with build 1. So if we preview, it'll get bigger as it comes in, right? That's cool. All right, let's also, the text needs to be built in. Drift and scale, let's try that. Yeah, that's good. So notice that this is not connected. So what we need to do is make that after. So that just tells you that it was on click. All right, so this whole slide is set up to go automatically. All right, let's go to slide 2. So our alien, you know, let's also add a call out for our alien. So our alien is going to say, and let's make our call out white. So our alien says hello. That text needs to be changed to black. All right, so back to animating. So we're going to have our alien move in, so that just comes over to here. And 1 second is fine for that. Now if you don't like that bounce, or it's like, you can uncheck that. So our alien is there. And then our call out, let's just have that appear. Now these are on click, so let's choose our first one to be after transition, and then our next one to be after build 1. We don't want him talking while he moves. We want it to after. So if we preview that, he comes in, and then it says hello. All right. So we'll go to slide 1. We click play. All right, so I'm not touching anything. There's our UFO. Our title comes in. Now it goes to the next slide automatically, and our alien comes across and says hello. Those are the skills you need to complete your awesome story.